DIY FPV. This site is built by FPV pilots for FPV pilots. The reason that this started, it started with me and another gentleman called Tom's, and he has like his own web agency of developing some really cool websites for some huge places around the world. However, this was a passion project, and he got talking to me, and then what started as like a relatively concise small project for one thing has grown into something over the past 12 months that is going to be absolutely game changing for the hobby. So what DIY FPV essentially is, it is one place for everything FPV related. And there's some really cool technology in here that it doesn't exist elsewhere on the internet. Like in our hobby, there is nothing like this that exists currently. And the reason we can talk about it is because after a year of like building this thing and so much work, I don't think we wanted to bring this out, and I don't think that anyone else will be able to recreate this within an awful lot of time or money. Like if they started tomorrow, it's still going to be a long time before anyone else could create anything that was even close to what this is. So what DIY FPV is, it is a place for everyone involved in FPV, and there's a couple of different features that I would like to show you. Now the first one, I'm going to unlock some of these as we go past, and I'm going to talk about this I guess each week at the end of our stream. But check this out. One of the parts I think that you'll be really excited about is this right here. So if I go to the builder, and we have moved, like this is like for web, one of the cool things about it, even though I accidentally opened this site up I guess to you guys, this page right here, it is like an early version of what we've worked on. And so this is just the demo part that you're going to see that is live on this dev site right here. Imagine you can take any component, any build that you are doing, you put your components in here, you can select them, it's going to auto-populate them, put them in with a picture in a fully functional builder, and then what you're able to do is say you want to wire it up to your flight controller. There is like a really easy way. You can simply grab some of these and you can make a direct connection to something else that you're working on, whether you want to be putting in your buzzer or wiring up your VTX and those sorts of things, and doing your RX and your TX and all those sorts of things. So we're going to be having this as part of the builder, where if you might be saying, hey, I will not know how do I wire this up? You might be wanting to ask a friend, or you might want to say some easy ways for some wiring diagrams. How does this actually work? Is this correct? Can you guys double check this? This would be fantastic if I was trying to solve that little pad out and those things when I was having trouble with this. I could use this builder to say this is what it looks like, this is how you should wire it, and those sorts of things. So the whole idea is to be able to have a place where people can share information, learn from things, and just get people flying. Now the other part as well, if we jump over here, is we have, and this is early days as well, so you will notice that if we are going to be looking for a product, sometimes you don't know where you're going to get it from and all those sorts of things, or like how much is it going to be. So you're actually able to sort your products, and we're going to integrate the stores as well. Like this is have some big names in it. We've been working with like Race Day Quads, Get FPV, RadioMaster, some stores in Australia as well. Like we've got Phaser FPV, Rising Sun. What we've got right here, this isn't just like scraping websites as well and like collating the data or anything like that. We've been building like some custom APIs and having like actual meetings with stores behind the scenes on how to get their products in here so you can sort them. Like if I jump over, let me just double check. I'm going to make sure I've got the right, because look, it's all, this is still like in a demo phase and features will be changing. Like this is early access. That's why the site is not live. But for example, it's like if you go in and you find the RadioMaster Pocket, you'll be able to compare, I guess, the prices, where it's in stock, where it's availability. We're going to be able to have it so you can sort from like location and things like that as well. And then the beauty is, if you, let's say we had a component that was, this is going to be pretty cool. Let's have a look at where will be a good electronics component. Like let's just say we were going to use this ESC. I don't know who's using this old ESC. A good old, what's this, SpeedX ESC. So when they're here, what this does is you'll be able to take this, add it to either your backpack or something like that. Like if you did want to buy it, fantastic. We're going to streamline that process of like, what part do I want? Where's the cheapest place I can get that? And where actually has it in stock and can ship it to me and those sorts of things. But the part I'm excited about is you can take this, you can then take it over to your builder or you can add it to the build that you are doing, and it will show you some of the wiring connections that you can do, and you can connect those before you even actually get your product. You can start planning and how to build your drone and some things like that. 10 years ago, one of the inspirations was I wanted to do drone part picker. But it feels like me and Tom's, the co-founder of this, are like so on the same wavelength. There's been such a cool meshing of ideas and the meetings and things like that. And I've got something special to offer you guys as well. So if we jump over here, you can see the dashboard of DIY FPV. We're going to be putting all the if instead of having to come just to YouTube to watch UAVfutures and then you go to RC groups to see something else, and you're going to be able to integrate sort of everything in here. There's going to be blogs, there's going to be guides, we're going to have like race integration. There's so many things that I could just spend days talking about here that we had to really lock this website down a little, not lock it down, but like restrict it on what we're opening up to you guys at the moment, even though it looks like I shared a few details in my password and things like that. But I trust you guys. I don't know if that's a good thing. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of things in here. We've got a whole bunch of guides that are coming in. We've got troubleshooting. So if you've got a problem, you can reply to it and some things like that. You can link your parts. You can link your build. You can show the schematic in the builder. You can find the manual in there. There is heaps of information that is just going to get people flying. Like, that's the part that I am passionate about. Like, this was made by Tom's studio and myself. We've been working on it for a long time, and the best part, what started as a passion project has now like blown up into something that was bigger than we could ever imagine, and it was built by us because we love FPV. We're not just like some business that came in and was like, hey, I got an idea, here's a market, this is what we should work on. No, we wanted a website. It will help people get flying. It will help connect communities. It will help share information. It will help people be able to get the products that they want. They'll be able to find them easily. They'll stop, the magic smoke coming out. They're going to be soldering correctly. There is going to be so much useful information in DIY FPV that I think a lot of people are going to find a lot of benefit. And it's getting pretty close to launch. Now, what I would say is that if you go to, let me find here, I have something special. If you go to this, I'm going to put this in the chat. So this right here is a little link, and we decided, because there's going to be a lot of things coming from members, and like there will be a way to say, who's this person who's been like one of the builders there from the start, who has done like 50 guides. Like, we sort of need like not a verification process, but we want an easy way to convey information of like, man, this person has always been here. We want to reward them with some things they've been doing that we can see how much they've helped the community, or this place has been at heaps of race events, or this person has shown some really cool things to the community. They've been such a positive impact. But I thought something fun that we might do for a couple of little people is, if what we should do before the site launches is maybe find like a little reward or something, or look, it could just be an icon or a little badge or something on your account. But for people who, I guess this is the bonus people here, if you're watching the stream and you decide that you would like to make a DIY FPV account before the site is actually live and officially launched and all that sort of stuff, and you're not going to have access to some other things and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, you will be able to log in here and make an account. I mean, you get a little welcome message by me and those sorts of things. There shouldn't be anything else you'll be able to do with the site once you've got that. But yeah, essentially that is DIY FPV. So it looks like we're getting some first and second members in there and things like that. But I just want to say, hey, it's something we've been working on for a long time. I think a lot of people are going to get a lot of benefit from it, and it is like so close to launch, and some of the features that I can't wait to talk about are going to make huge waves in such a positive way for the hobby. So yeah, anyway, that was DIY FPV. What I'm going to do right here, we have one final thing to end the stream of DIY FPV. Let me jump over. Oh, I am pretty sure that I just shared my password. Okay. Well, there you go. There you go, right? So please use that. I'm going to have to get someone. Look, we'll be able to change that. Anyway, fantastic. What I was going to show you now, but yeah, you're going to see some things in here that I'm going to show you. Okay, all right. Look how many people are going to be pausing on right there. Let's do this. Now let me click on the correct button